Are you getting ready to write your resume? Whether you are applying for a job or an internship, your resume is the first thing that the decision maker sees when they are evaluating your qualifications. Have you ever wondered why you never receive a call or a reply when you send your resume to your employer? I've been receiving different formats of resume from applicants around the world who wants to apply for the J1 program. Some are catchy, some are very professional, and some are, let's just say, need a major update. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the top mistakes that you are making and how you can avoid this, so your dream employer chooses you. And if you could learn how to avoid these mistakes, you're going to have a huge leg up on the competition. Hey love! Welcome to my channel. My name is Rio from Rio Worldwide, bridging Filipino and American culture. If you are new here to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll always be notified whenever we upload new jam-packed videos just like this. And without further ado, let's now jump into the video. The number one mistake that you are making is that your resume is too long. Unless you're applying for an executive position, your resume shouldn't be longer than a page or 2 pages at most. But please take note that this doesn't mean that you should abbreviate. Whatever it is, spell it out, because your hiring manager or the recruiter will not understand what you are talking about. And according to lauders.com, recruiters spend an average of 6 seconds scanning resumes before moving on. So you want to catch their attention right there and there. The second mistake that you might be making is that your resume is not well organized or hard to skim. A black and white resume with clear heading and spacing will stand out more than a colorful resume with excessive use of boxes and lines that are coming from all directions. Make your resume easy to read and follow by balancing white spaces and using underlinings, italics, bold, and capitalization for emphasis. When listing details under a section, use bullet points instead of numbers or letters. You can also go to canva.com or download their app when doing your resume. It has a lot of templates that you can use as your guide when making your one-page resume. Think as if you are the hiring manager and you are a busy person. How can you make their job easier and stand out from the competition at the same time? The next mistake that you are making, and I'm sure we're all guilty of this, is that listing your job duties. When you are listing your work experience, make sure that you're writing your job accomplishments rather than your job duties. Why? It is because your employer doesn't care what you are expected to do at your last job. What they care about is what you can do for them, and they want to see a concrete examples. It is your responsibility to clearly show your accomplishment in that little amount of space that you have. And speaking of work experience, the next mistake that you are making is listing your work experience in chronological order instead of its relevancy to the position that you are applying for. Remember that it is not required to have your work experience in chronological order. And like I said earlier, the recruiters only spend 6 seconds of their time to scan your resume, and you want to catch their attention as soon as possible before they move on. So you want to put the most relevant work experience you have on top, or in the first line. The next mistake that you are making is sending a corrupted file. Make sure that your resume and the file itself is working perfectly before you send it to the employer or to the hiring manager. The next mistake that you might be making is sending your email without the file or without your resume itself. Most of the time, students tend to forget to attach the file when they are sending their resume. Next is missing information. One of the main reasons why your employer never opens your email is because you never even put a subject line or a message in your email. Your employer receives so many great emails and resumes every day that they have no time to open your no effort email that you've sent to them. Like, just think about this. What if you are the recruiter and you're receiving all of this, great resume with subject line, message, and all these things? Like, do you think you will still recognize all these emails that they didn't even put effort? Like, why would you put effort when they don't put any effort in the email? You know what I mean. Also, don't forget the important information that your employer needs, especially if you're applying for a J1 program, like your date of graduation. What did you major, or what is your degree? Is this bachelor? Is this associate? Is this diploma? This is very important. There are times that students will send their resume without their degree or the date of their graduation, and instead they put their school address. Like, guys, no one cares about the exact address of your school. The important thing that your employer needs is the date of your graduation, your college or degree. Did you get a bachelor, associate, or diploma? This is very important. And what year did you graduate? Like, is this 2019? Okay, if this is 2019, is this July 25, 2019? Like, the exact date is very important. Also, you need to be specific with your work date experience, or just your work experience in general, because most of the time students will send their resume with their work experience and the name of their employer without the job position. Like, what did you do there? That is very important. Don't just put 2019, 2020, like that doesn't even count. Or even putting 300 hours or 200 hours, like no one does that, okay? Put exact what month and year did you work in that specific employer. So again, don't forget the name of your employer, your job position, and the specific dates that you worked with them. The next mistake that you're making is putting unnecessary information. You should not include list of reference or notes saying reference available upon request. It is already assumed that you have your co-workers and senior level colleagues who will vouch for your skills. Most hiring managers will only ask for the list of reference when you make it to the final stage of the interview process. Next is spelling errors. There will be a lot of typos that you may not catch yourself. If you can, get your resume reviewed by your mentor or your friends before you start handing it out. It is because we are more careful proofreading someone else's work than our own. Next is failing to tailor your resume. What do I mean by this? Using the same exact resume to apply for every single position you go for. And this is a huge mistake, because remember, you only have 6 seconds to catch your recruiter's attention and you want to stand out as soon as possible. So ask yourself this: what are the exact skills that will going to stand out to the hiring manager for this specific position? What mistakes have you done before in your resume? Comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you still have any questions, also comment down below and I will be happy to assist you. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you'll always be notified whenever we upload new jam-packed videos just like this. And if you're interested more in the J1 program, I make a lot of J1 videos and American culture that is for sure will help you with your journey here in the United States. So don't forget to click these 2 videos right here, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Bye for now.